All right, trying something brand new here at Motormouth Canada. It's your opportunity to send in questions to be answered by me. Any questions you have about the videos that are on the channel, or if you have any questions about cars specifically, if you're thinking about buying a car, if you want a second opinion, if you're already down the road and almost about to buy a car, if you have any questions automotive related, more than happy to answer them. But the way to get hold of me is to follow me at Driving with Zack. That's my Twitter handle. Send me a question via Twitter and I will get them here on the video channel and do them regularly throughout the weeks and months. So that's the way to do it. It's Driving with Zack at Driving with Zack, and get those questions in. So I pulled a few questions that I've received over the last little while and some recent reviews that I've done to get us started, and then I'll get those Twitter questions coming in. The first one comes from somebody that posted on YouTube and says, when I was doing the Hellcat video for the new Dodge Charger, awesome car, and you don't really get it from the video, it's just how quick and how capable this car is. That when you're driving it, it is so powerful, 707 horsepower, and it's a huge jump up from the other Dodge Chargers that they had there. Why is there always an instructor with all of the Hellcats? In the other cars I drove, there wasn't an instructor. Don't they trust the drivers? Okay, now you're Chrysler and you have a 707 horsepower car. Now, I have had a lot of track experience going on different car launches and having some of the best instructors in the right seat next to me. And it's very, very common when car manufacturers have a launch, they put a professional driving instructor. I've had Hurley Haywood with Porsche, Alex Law. I've had Davy Jones at Jaguar recently, and then the instructors we had for the Hellcat. So that's what they do. With that much power, they want to have control over who's driving the car, because some of the other drivers that are out there really are not that good. You would think that most auto journalists are good drivers. No, most of them are okay. Some of them are crap and some of them are fantastic. So they don't know that, and they make sure you do that. All right, the next one comes from a question about the Porsche Cayenne review that I did up in Whistler on the Sea to Sky Highway. Now, this is from somebody obviously in the United States. Only one quibble with your review: we are not on the metric system. It would be nice if you added it to imperial, saying the suspension travels on the Cayenne when you raise it 5.9 inches. Save old farts like me having to go through the conversion process. Okay, couple of things. If you live in the United States, it's time, really, to get on the metric system. It's so simple. It's so easy. And you can learn it very, very simply. And for people who are older, I remember when the metric system came in the early 70s. I was in like grade 2. So people who are 80 now would have been, not that old when the metric system came in, and they should have been able to learn it over all of these years. So no, I'm not going to do it in always inches and feet and those sorts of things. I'm going to use metric if I have the information in metric, and I'm going to use imperial if I have it in imperial. I'm not changing it because it's the wave of the future. Now, the next one comes on the same review. Would you take the Cayenne S over the Cayenne Diesel? No. Cayenne Diesel, it's the best. It's the best. It's cheaper. It costs a whole lot less than the Cayenne S, and you can use that difference in money. I think it's 71 grand for the Cayenne Diesel, to add up all of those expensive Porsche options, which are outrageously expensive, and then get it just the way you want. Because for the majority of people who are driving these cars, are driving them as everyday commuter vehicles in the city, and nothing beats a diesel from 0 to 100 meters. It's amazing. And then in the Cayenne Diesel with 428 foot-pounds of torque, you put it in sport, you preload the brakes, you jet away from a light, and no one's going to touch you. All right. The next one is a real pet peeve of mine. It's this bonehead in Europe who's taken me on about a Hyundai. And in my Hyundai Sonata review, I talked about the Hyundai having been ahead of the pack when the Sonata came out in 2010, 2011 with direct injection. Well, I want you to think back to 2010 when the previous Sonata came out. Direct injection technology in a 2.4 liter four-cylinder, and then direct injection turbocharged 2-liter engine in their premium models. They were so far ahead of the curve on that. They were delivering direct injection when it was really only available in premium brands like Audi. So this guy in Europe is taking me on saying you're wrong that Hyundai was ahead with direct injection. Mitsubishi had them in vehicles in 1996. Volkswagen, he spelled Volkswagen G-O-N. That kind of sums it up there. Had it in their entire range from 2000. And the Ford Economist engines, Economist, I think he means EcoBoost, since 2007. The technology has been around for a long time. Do research, punk, is what he says. All right, a couple of things. I'm talking about the Hyundai Sonata in North America, not cars that are sold in Europe, not cars that are sold in Asia, cars that are sold in North America. The channel is called Motormouth Canada, and I'm answering the questions that people have about domestic, what's available in our domestic market. So yes, in 2010, 2011, there was really only one car in the mid-size family car that was available with direct injection, and that was the Passat with the 2-liter turbocharged direct injection diesel. Other than that, nobody had it. So don't challenge me on these things and say I got to do my research, punk. I know what I'm talking about. But if you want to, more than welcome to send me a question at Driving with Zack, and you can send that through to me, and I will answer select questions as we go through the weeks and months. So make sure you get your questions in. Can be clever, can be thoughtful, can be provocative. You can call me a jerk, tell me I'm an idiot, do my research, punk, whatever you want. Driving with Zack, and get them through, and I'll answer your questions. So that's episode 1 of Viewer Questions.